Last week on The Season.
We are on the way. We're still thin at places. This schedule is brutal. You know, right now we could be staring 1-5 in the face with the teams we played. We also could be 5-1.
Mario was struck by a drunk driver on the way from getting a haircut. He was struck by a drunk driver on I-20. I get here and I got signed blocker 55, and that was Mario's football number. And little did I know, like, every item that I have on has the number 55 put on there already.
One big storyline for this game, the significant injuries to Ole Miss.
Gains control, that's a perfect strike.
Very, very proud of you. But you know what? You're not going to feel great about yourself until you finish.
Waiting for the snap back. There it is. It's high. There's the kick. He's got the distance. It's on its way. It is good! Ole Miss has upset number 6 LSU, Andrew Ritter.
Extremely proud of our kids and our staff, and after watching the film, think it's probably one of the most complete games that we've played since we've been here. Again, really pleased. We got to put it away and move forward. That gauntlet that we've gone through, you know, it's taken a toll on us some physically and mentally. We certainly need to continue moving in the right direction in all areas.
Coach, in today's game, everybody talks about there's not much emotion involved. It's all about bigger and stronger and faster. That's not what I see with the Ole Miss Rebels, and it starts with you. How do you manage that?
We're not ready to be the biggest and fastest and strongest right now, or deepest, but we can play with the most passion. And luckily, I think it helped us that it was LSU, something that means a lot to the rivalry and tradition of this program. And we typically don't have team meetings every single day during the week. We did last week to try to make sure we were prepared emotionally, because we knew it would have to be, emotion would have to play into it for us to be able to win. So,
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I'm here to share my story, you know, and it's a cautionary tale, to say the least. You know, it's about choices and consequences that you pay for, that I paid for later on in life. I wanted them to somehow put into perspective what they put at risk when they choose to go down roads that I went down. 6 years earlier, on this night, I walked in and sat in that back left corner, man. All I do is blow blunts and drink beers. This is a waste of time. But that night, at 18 years old, in that gymnasium, I truly believed I was above that man's story. 6 years later, I'm in an alley in Bologna, Italy, with a needle in my arm. He said, of course you lost your family, man. That's been in the making for years. Addiction ruins families. He said, now, Mr. Basketball, you're gonna do the most courageous thing you've ever done in your life. You're gonna flip my phone open, you're gonna call your wife, and you're gonna promise her you'll never contact her again. You're gonna tell your wife to tell your 3 little kids that when daddy left them in the hospital this morning, that daddy died in a car accident. You're gonna play dead for your kids, and you're gonna let your kids live, because you're a no-good scumbag, washed-up junkie who doesn't deserve a family. I walked back to my room, walked up to my bed. Instead of laying down, I hit my knees and started praying. That day I hit my knees was August 1st, 2008. By the grace of God, and one day at a time in my life, August 1st, 2008 is my sobriety date. If you were a kid, would you look up to you? Every single one of you sitting in the seat tonight should be able to answer that yes. Reality, most of you can't. If you were a kid, would you look up to you? Be a pro at being you, man. Conquer you before you conquer any of this. If you can conquer you, your greatest opponent, you got this game figured out, man. I want to thank you for coming in here tonight. I truly appreciate your attention, and I'm honored to do it. Have a great night. God bless.
The road to playing Division I football isn't always a straight one. Junior quarterback Bo Wallace is living proof.
My recruiting process didn't really ever happen until probably December of my senior year. Going into my senior year, me and my head coach went to camps all throughout the country. We were living in hotels during the summer pretty much. I was a two-star kid from Pulaski who probably didn't play the best competition in the world.
We tried to take every channel that could possibly be took, and I felt that we've done everything that you could possibly do to get his exposure as a college quarterback.
I was lucky enough that Coach Steve Roberts at Arkansas State gave me an opportunity to go up there, and I'm playing Division I football.
Got a phone call one day from David O'Connor. He was the head coach at Giles County High School up in Tennessee, and he said, "Hey, I got this guy. He's a quarterback. He's at Arkansas State. Ended up sitting out a year, getting a medical red shirt. He's thinking about leaving." He said, "What do you think?"
Coach Steve comes down, talks to us, and we decide that this is where we want to go. So we move them down to scuba. If you've never been to scuba, there's nothing in scuba, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to go back to work.
Bo had a really strong arm, could do the little things that makes quarterbacks really good. We took a chance on him. He came in as one of our out-of-staters, and from the first day on, he made his presence known. He could throw the ball really, really hard and was a leader.
Junior college was an experience for me that I don't think I was exactly looking forward to, but it was, looking back on it, one of the best times of my life. Starting out the season, I didn't really know what to expect. I expected us to be really good. We threw the ball a lot. Our receivers were really good, but I didn't really know what to think. I had, been a practice player for a year. I didn't know if I still had it.
Bo was the kind of guy that he tried to throw everything through a brick wall. He had a really good arm. Bo did an awesome job of coming and fitting in with our offense. Bo Wallace in the recruiting process was an anomaly for me, because I'd never been around someone that was so good that wasn't getting as many offers right off the bat, because I think the first thing people want to know is why did he leave Arkansas State? What happened there?
Through his whole career, Bo's worked so hard, and as parents, we was doing everything we could do to get him a scholarship, and he's putting up the numbers. He's tough. He's physically tough and mentally tough, and we think we're doing everything right, but nobody's calling.
But once they started getting the film, watching, evaluating him, watching how he throws the ball, the offers just started pouring in.
Mississippi State was the first SEC school to offer me. Then Texas and Baylor and Indiana and Nebraska, all of them came in.
And it ended up to where I had talked with Coach Freeze on several different occasions, and they went ahead and offered. I think that was where Bo's heart was.
It was kind of between Baylor, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State. I sat down with my parents.
We'd sit and we talked the pros and cons, and you think you could play more playing time here. We done it all, and this wasn't over just 2 days.
We all gave our pick, and ultimately it was to come here to Ole Miss, and I know that I have probably never made a better decision in my life.
Tonight in Oxford, Ole Miss celebrates homecoming as it hosts Idaho in the next to last non-conference game of the 2013 season. The Rebels line up tonight for Game 3 of a 6-game homestand, the longest stretch of home games played in Oxford in school history. Heading into tonight, the Rebels need just 2 more wins to be eligible for a bowl game, but the goals for this team are much higher than just the 6-win mark. On an absolutely perfect fall day in Oxford, it's time for Ole Miss football.
Idaho Vandals will start on offense, led by their senior quarterback, Taylor Davis, making just his 5th career start.
There's the snap, play action, quick pass, incomplete.
And these are the kind of situations that Idaho wants to stay out of.
Wallace avoids the blitz, steps up, fires deep. He's got his man Logan caught at the 2, and he's in the end zone here in the near corner. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
That's a beautiful route, David. It was a double route. James Logan had one-on-one coverage. He faked the post route and cut it back outside. Bo Wallace with plenty of time to throw and let it right over his outside shoulder, and it's a touchdown, Rebels. Quickly, 12:02 to go in the first quarter. The Ole Miss is on the board.
That's a nice start for the Ole Miss Rebels. You wonder if they'd come out a little sluggish after last week's big game, but 3 and out on defense and great start offensively.
So right now they do that, you go right now and get it. He's getting over the top right here. You see what I'm saying? So you sitting there waiting, you go get that. Don't be sitting there, don't sit back. All right?
3 backs in the backfield with a quarterback there on 3rd and 3. Hands it off to Baker, and Baker is eaten up at the 40-yard line. Blue jerseys everywhere. That'll set up a 4th down. John Youngblood got there first. Loss of 2, 4th and 5 for Idaho. They look like they are indeed going forward. Right hash at the 40 of Idaho. Rebels lead 7-0. No, there's the snap. Play action. Fires near side, threw it behind the intended receiver, and they were not on the same page. It was thrown behind him a little bit, so Ole Miss will take over in great field position. Gun formation for Bo Wallace from the Vandal 40. Ole Miss leading 7-0. And what you do is make him pay, and you hand it to Jalen Walton. He goes right up the gut, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
What a great read. That read option, David, inside. Got the blocking. We're going to see it once again. Swindoll and Big Patrick Junin. And then you got, of course, Jalen Walton with that breakaway speed. He gets a good crease inside, and just in the secondary, nobody can catch him. Rebels are quickly out. 2 scores.
There we go, baby. There we go.
4th and 1. There's a handoff straight ahead, and that's going to be a 1st down to the 31 by Itavius Mathers. I-Train gets it from the 40. So a 50-yard effort, and he hits that one. He's got plenty of distance. Is it on target? Yes, it is. Andrew Ritter now is 2 for 3 from 50. Waiting for the snap back, and there it is, and the kick is on its way. Definitely has the distance. Hit the right upright, no good. Stan had a look at it. Stan, he just popped that upright.
Well, if he was trying to hit that upright, he got it. I mean, as square as you could and bounce to the right, so Rebels kind of dodged a little bullet right here to protect their 17-7 lead.
Again for the left hash on 1st and 10 for the 12. There's a handoff, and Walton got grabbed around the head, broke the tackle, got inside the 5 and dropped at the 3. He was grabbed at the line of scrimmage. They didn't call it a face mask, but it spun him around, and Jalen Walton just kept on churning it.
You don't get a 168-pound guy that can push any harder than Jalen Walton just did on those 2 plays. 2 great inside runs, a nice push up front, and the Rebels are on 1st and go.
There's the handoff to Walton, and he sticks it in the end zone. The ball came out. The ball came out. Did he break the plane or not? He fumbled it in the end zone. They're indicating touchdown by the linesman here on the left side.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
And we're at halftime. Ole Miss 24, Idaho 7 at the break.
If you really want to elevate the program and feel better about yourself tonight into the open week, you'll go out there and you'll put the throttle down and you'll play with some energy and passion. But man, you got to decide what you want out of this. Again, I told you that before the game. What do you want? Man, focus. Elevate your expectations. Elevate it. And let's play a heck of a half, and let's put the accelerator down. And we're not taking it off. I don't know what you're doing. This will pay dividends down the road. Put the accelerator down and play. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3.
Great job there by number 5, Itavius Mathers. Stuck right at the line of scrimmage, got past that tackle, kept his balance, and rushed forward for a good 5-yard gain.
One back in the backfield is Jalen Walton on 2nd and 9. The Ole Miss 35. There's a snap to Wallace again. Pump fakes. He runs out to his right. Wants to go deep. He's got a man down there. Logan with the catch to the 35, to the 30, to the 20. He's gone 10, 5. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Jamez Logan entered tonight with no TDs. threes. He's got 2 against Idaho.
Well, the senior out of Houston, Texas, has been the star of this outside show tonight, David. Perfectly thrown ball, and Jamel's just cruised into the end zone to put up point number 30.
Good job, man. Good job.
Good job, everybody.
Hey, they're going to pull out everything now. They're going to pull out everything. Draw, screen, throwbacks. You already got the cut screen one. All right, be prepared for everything. Continue to play with great effort. Turn it up a notch now. Turn it up a notch. Everybody good?
Well, it is 16. And in the backfield, here come the Rebels all over the place. They strip the ball away, and in the end zone, we've got a touchdown there to Hendrick Collins. James Baker had it stripped. Collins took it away, ran it into the end zone for the score. It was a big lick by Hamilton and Hooks that kind of set that up. An 11-yard return, and Ole Miss goes up 37-7.
David, that was an absolute jailbreak by that defensive front.
I got to extra slow. I was right there.
With their defensive ranks still paper-thin due to injury. A mixture of young talent and seasoned veterans came together to stifle the Vandal offense.
Four-yard gain for Benetti now, and handoff up the middle is Mathers. He's got an opening. He's going to take it to the house, maybe to the 25, the 20.
And he will not lose it. Touchdown. 64-yard touchdown run.
He had a guy hot on his heels, but he just then shifted into another gear, ran away from him for the score. Once he broke through that second level, there was nobody who was going to catch I-Train. He takes it to the house for his second touchdown of the year. Neat goes in motion to the far side. There's the snap. Looking to throw is Bernetti. Dumps it right underneath. It's grabbed there at the 30. And taking it to the 15, the 10, the 5, and in the end zone, touchdown, Mark Dodson. The freshman from Memphis slipped out of the backfield, hit him over the middle, and Dodson found the end zone. He wanted to play this year, told Coach Freeze that I don't want a red shirt, put me on special teams, whatever I can do. Third and 10, there's the snap to Bernetti from the 35 of the Vandals. He's going to throw that one to the end zone. It's going to be caught in the right corner of the end zone by Collins Moore. Moore, the junior from Madison, Alabama, getting a chance to play late, has 6 in his pocket. So Ole Miss takes care of business with Idaho, 1 win away from bowl eligibility. 59-14, Rebels win with their 5th victory of the year. Open date next week, and then 2 weeks from now, it's the Rebels and the Razorbacks of Arkansas.
With 8 games in the books and headed into the bye week, the Rebels find themselves sitting at 5-3 and in control of their own destiny. The first 3 months of the season have shown the Rebels victory and defeat, heartache and triumph. Starting in Nashville.
Touchdown Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt goes up by 2, 34-32 with a $1:30 to play. Well, you have a minute 30 left to play.
Certainly enough time, but you've got to get this offense in gear.
2nd and 10 to the 25. Handoffs to Scott. He sweeps to the left to the 30, 35 down the sidelines to the 40, makes a move to the 45, the 50. He's to the 40. He could go. He's to the 25, the 20. They dive at him. They miss him. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Ole Miss, and the Rebels have regained the lead.
9 days ago in Nashville, Tennessee, there was an Ole Miss party, and today the scene shifts to the Grove as Ole Miss plays host to Southeast Missouri.
The freshman, Evan Ingram, hit over the middle, races down the middle of the field with that touchdown.
Malcolm Brown was just eaten up by C.J. Johnson.
Texas went early, fired toward the end zone, left corner, grabbed by Dante Moncrief. Carry him into the end zone, boys! Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the Ole Miss Rebels win this one 44-23.
Give Ole Miss credit. They are making the #1 team in the country earn every yard and every point. Ole Miss gets into Alabama territory twice. They turn it over on downs, and then they have a turnover. It might be a different story.
Right, to the 40, he's to the 35, the 30, he could go. He's to the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in the end zone. 25-0, Crimson Tide wins here. Ole Miss gets its first loss to fall to 3-1.
They have to find a way to rebound after being shut out and get back on track in their red zone.
We're just standing around. We got to take it to them. We're the better football team.
4th and 17, last chance for the Rebels, and Wallace is sacked again. And Auburn is going to win this and go 4-1. Ole Miss is going to drop to 3-2.
Finally home, and tonight, hoping to pick off the #9 team in the country, the Aggies of Texas A&M. It's Vince Sanders. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Treadwell's first touchdown of the season. The freshman attack for the Rebels. He's got a lane. He's going to take it in, maybe. Dives, and he broke the plane for the touchdown.
And now it's going to be on the leg of Josh Lambo. Kick on the way, and it is good. And the Aggies, ranked 9th, have survived another road victory. That's 10 straight.
One big storyline for this game, the significant injuries to Ole Miss, because this defense now is so undermanned and they're facing an LSU offense that is well skilled and so proficient. And that ball is intercepted. That is Chief Brown coming up with the big play.
Gains control. That's a perfect strike.
Throws toward the end zone. The pass is going to be picked off again.
This time it's Charles Sawyer. Can you believe this storyline? Honey, toddy, gosh almighty.
And once Jalen Walton got past the linebackers, nobody was going to catch him.
Now as a senior, a golden opportunity for moments like this.
Waiting for the snap back. There it is. It's high. There's the kick. He's got the distance. It's on its way. It is!